So expansion is on the horizon, friends. That is right. The news has broken that 2 teams will be added to Major League Baseball as soon, and it's inevitably going to happen with Nashville and Salt Lake City as the potential candidates. Now, this could be a long conversation, but we're going to keep this quick. Nashville and Salt Lake City as 2 cities to add to baseball. I don't know that Salt Lake City specifically is a city to add to any league. I don't think they're in any sport a great market. I could be wrong. I'm no expert on the
their
markets.
basketball.
They do, but not to
But
be.
that's all they got.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like to add, and like they already have basketball, but to add,
Nashville
Nashville
they might love
does
basketball because that's all they got. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. I mean, a stadium in Utah is gorgeous
For sure.
So like aesthetically, a baseball
yeah.
stadium in Utah, you put it up against some mountains and could look really cool. Salt Lake City's really pretty. It's a beautiful airport to fly into. Also, a lot of weird things happen in Utah.
Everything, it's Florida and honestly around Salt Lake City. A lot of weird things are Florida or Utah.
Yeah, so I mean that one doesn't
Nashville
jump off.
Makes sense to me.
But
I feel
Nashville
like
will become like a top destination city, I think, for baseball.
Geodis Park for soccer is fantastic.
I've never been. It's still one of the only.
Predators, yeah, like it's. I know
I've
we
heard
talked
nothing
about
but
this.
great times, but
Honestly, Nashville makes sense to me because they
Makes
do
a lot of
have
sense.
it's on the sports side. They do a great job with just like it's all right there. Obviously, you have the music, the food. It's a nice downtown Nashville is very nice, and I'm assuming that's where they would try to put the ballpark.
And you make them the East Coast team, so you don't have to like realign too much. So it
Right.
kind of balances itself a little bit.
I think West Coast. I mean, I'm glad it's not another team in California because there's so many sports teams because California is like is
Yeah,
large.
Tyler had mentioned San Antonio yesterday.
yeah.
Maybe
So,
Texas is another.
Nashville always
But
made
Texas already has
Nashville
a couple.
always seemed like it was going to be a thing. I think Rob
Nashville's
Manfred
makes
is in
sense.
love with Nashville. I think baseball makes sense in Nashville. I honestly thought for a long time
Vanderbilt.
when the A's started when the A's first started talking about relocating, I thought Nashville might make sense. And then of course Vegas took over and you
Is
get
that even happening? It seems like Vegas doesn't even want them.
We'll see.
Yeah, so far it seems like they don't.
What a disaster.
We'll certainly
that's been.
see, but I always thought that Nashville made a ton of sense for the A's, even though you are going to have to realign. I mean, you're going to have to realign no matter what. You're probably going to end up with 8 divisions of 4 teams, which is going to be a little bit strange, and you're going to have to kind of rework things
That's
a little
a
bit in the
thing.
playoffs. But I think that Nashville makes a ton of sense for a baseball team.
Nashville's great. I know. What's up, Big Sills TV? You're saying what's wrong with Salt Lake? Listen, I don't think there's anything wrong specifically with Salt Lake City, Utah. I just think for sports, you want to try to capitalize on what's already there. Do they already have a draw? Because you don't want people that are going, like Nashville has a draw with or without a baseball team that people want to go there. It's a destination. Even Vegas is the same thing. I think that's why Vegas, with having casinos and nightlife and the Strip and concerts, every team they've added there, I feel like it only adds to it. Salt Lake, I just don't know that they have enough around that makes it exciting of like, I want to go travel to Salt Lake City to watch a game, or for those living in the area. I know in the chat I see Montreal was also brought up as a city to go back to.
Yeah, and you just showed me before the
Netflix.
show the new Netflix series. That
That's
looks
right.
pretty interesting because I
Netflix.
don't know that story of why the Expos
I don't either.
left Montreal, so I'll definitely watch
There
that
is
one.
a Netflix documentary dropping around the Expos.
Vlad the Impaler is one of my all-time favorite non-Phillies. Watching that dude just like batting gloveless, like hit the way he hit, he was must-watch TV. He was awesome.